Hello, everyone. It's Brenda Douglas, aka Real Estate Diva. And in this episode, I want to discuss the 5 factors that make up your credit score, right? So, listen, whether you are not interested in purchasing a home at all, whether you are currently in the market for a home, or if you are preparing for a home, or if you are a homeowner, these factors are important for you to remember. Why? Because everyone needs to proactively work to improve your credit and also monitor your credit, whether or not you are ready to do something right now, right? So knowing these factors are important because life happens, right? So you need to have your credit on par, right? Now, before we get started, let's go over the credit ranges, right? Or the credit scores and what they mean. So, a credit score can range between 300 to 850, right? 300 being poor, 850 being excellent, right? So 300 to 549, that's very poor, right? So if your credit score falls within that range, that's a very poor score, meaning that you will absolutely pay. High interest rate, that one, and then 550 to 649, which is poor. Again, you will pay high interest rates, right? Then you have 650 to 699, which is fair. At this score range, you are able to qualify for a mortgage. But let me just say that the higher your score, the lower your monthly interest rates, right? So if you are in the market to purchase a home, this is the range that you need to be in. 650 to 699, and it's really 640. 640 is where it really is, but 650 to 699, you have fair credit, right? So you have better chances at getting approved, right? If your score ranges between 700 to 749, you have what they call good credit, okay? You have good credit. If your credit score ranges between 750 to 850, you have excellent credit. When your score ranges between 750 and 850, you have mastered the game of credit, right? Because that's what it is. It's I look at it as a game that you have to be determined to win. You have to proactively build your credit. Again, whether you're trying to accomplish a goal or not, good credit is necessary. There are many benefits to having good credit. Let me just first say that if you do nothing to build your credit score, nothing will happen, right? You have to proactively take part in building and maintaining your score. Then that's whether or not you want to purchase anything at all, right? It is good to monitor your credit and then also, again, build your credit, right? Because there are many advantages to having good credit, whether you want to purchase a home or not. Number one, you get lower interest rates, right? I think it's so unfair. I've already said it, that people with poor credit are charged crazy, ridiculous interest rates amounts, right? So it's crazy. The other thing is going to college. Your child, when they need to go to college, it is helpful that you have a great credit score because they check the parents' credit score, right? And then for business, I don't need to tell you, having a home-based business, being able to apply for business credit, it helps that you have a great credit score, right? And then also, life happens. What if you need to get home equity loan? What if you need to apply for a credit card, right? When you go to move, and even if you're renting, credit matters, right? And so I want to discuss the factors of that affect or make up a credit score, right? So that you will know what those factors are, and then you can make sure that you're doing those things. You're proactively working to build your credit. Okay. As we go over these five factors, listen, I want you to be honest with yourself about your situation, right? If you have made mistakes and missed the mark, I don't want you to beat yourself up. I want you to get back on track and pay attention to these, or be mindful of these factors so that you can plan a strategy, right? And again, if you missed the mark, then that's fine. Get back on track. That's the most important thing, okay? Now, there are five factors that work together to determine what your credit score is, right? Whether it's in the 300 range or the 850 range or the 800 range, there are factors that affect your score. They work together to determine your score. The first one is your bill payment history, okay? That means how often you pay your bills on time. Okay, so again, this is not to, if you're one of those people who wait to the last minute or don't pay it at all, then they tack on the late fee. You know who you are. I've been there, done that. If you are that person, don't beat yourself up. Just get on track and start paying your bills on time. In fact, that's something that all of us can do right now, wherever you are, whether again you're in the market to purchase or not. Start now paying your bills on time. Don't wait until that due date or that colorful envelope come in the mail. Pay your bills on time. This one particular factor affects your is based on 35% of your credit score, okay? So again, you want to get back on track and go ahead and pay your bills on time. If you're already doing so, kudos, keep going, right? Because that again affects 35% of your accounts for 35% of your credit score, right? The second factor is the amount of debt that you are carrying, right? This factor counts for 30% of your FICO score, right? Now, let me tell you that it's very, very important to note here that you should keep your credit utilization down to at 20 to 30%, right? So if they approve you for, let's say, for the sake of this example, $100, right? What you want to do is you want to use the card, but when it gets towards the end of the month or when they start reporting, you want to make sure that that credit card balance is only 20 to 30% of the total amount, right? So that is the credit utilization. Most people say 30%, but between 20 and 30, you're good, right? So you want to keep your utilization rate down to 20 to 30%. So again, whatever that total is, make sure that it's down to showing that it's only 20 to 30% used when they start reporting, right? So that this particular factor, the amount of debt, this particular factor accounts for 30% of your credit score. The next factor is your credit history length, right? Your credit history length. And it measures how long you've been using credit. I'm sorry, guys, my sinuses. I didn't like that. Anyway, it measures how long you have been using credit. Now, if you are new and you have no credit, then this can be an issue for you. You're going to have to find a way to get some type of credit on your report, whether that's a secure credit card, whether that's a credit builder account. You need to get some kind of credit on your report, right? And that does not mean go out and co-sign. I'm not saying that at all. Do not do that. Credit history length is the age of your credit, and this will happen over time once you get a secure credit card or whatever you choose to do, but it accounts for 15% of your FICO score. Okay? 15% of your FICO score. The next factor is credit inquiries. Now, credit inquiries is when you go to purchase something and they need to pull your credit. You know, there's a soft pull where they don't pull your credit, and then there's a hard credit pull, and you want to ask which is which. When you go to purchase a car or if you're trying to rent, like if you want to move to another place, there's certain or if you're making a large purchase, they will pull your credit. If it's a hard pull, then it becomes an inquiry. Now, let me just say that this inquiry stays on your report for 2 years, right? But inquiries sometimes, like for example, I remember one time I went to purchase a car. And so I went to purchase a car, and next thing I know, I had 14 inquiries on my report, right? Yeah, I wasn't in the best of situations, but there were 14 inquiries. Now, let me just say that, and I had no idea that they had pulled so many. To make a long story short, all of those inquiries had to stay on my report for 2 years, right? They stay on there for 2 years, and then after 2 years, they fall off. The point is, they were a lot, right? Inquiries make up 10% of your credit score, right? So you have to be selective, and you can even ask them, how many inquiries are you going to make? There's nothing wrong with that, right? But just know that inquiries make up your that accounts for your credit score, right? So you want to again be proactive. You want to be proactive when it comes to building or maintaining your credit score, okay? Or even starting credit. You need to be knowledgeable about these factors so that you'll know what to look for, and so that you can plan a strategy to increase, right? And then last but not least, the types of credit affect your credit score. Now, let me just say, just with anything, including investments, you want a diverse portfolio, right? You want a diverse portfolio. So the last factor that affects your credit are the types of credits, right? And this makes up 10% of your credit, right? And that means, again, a variety of different types of credits, such as student loans, car loans, credit cards. Again, recurring, that word, credit. Anyway, debit, I'm sorry. The point is, you want a diverse mix of credit accounts, and that will show the lender that you can manage a wide portfolio of different types of accounts. There is this saying, and it's, when you know better, we do better, right? So now that you know the 5 factors that make up your credit score, you can do better in terms of managing your credit score and in terms of building your credit score, right? So listen, guys, I hope that this information has been helpful to you. Feel free to leave a comment. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And listen, whether you are buying or selling a home, keep your head up, your hopes high, and remember that it is not over until the keys are exchanged. Have a blessed one.